Hi, this is on informative speech. First thing you should do is make sure you go to your judges table and check in, get your room assignment. You won't have judges sheets. Your performers will give them to you unless it's the finals, and then you might get them, or some other judges on your judges panel might have them. But when you get to the room, you should have judges sheets. So just make sure you do for finals. For round one and round two, they come from your performers. Um, so report to your room. As far as the room setup, they should have kind of a decent space in the middle, 7 foot by 7 foot, somewhere in there, 10 by 10, because they're going to need to walk around. And then you should be directly in front of them, in front of the stage area. Don't be off to the side. So they have a nice space where they can work in front of you. They can move and give their speech, and in fact, they should. They should do the speaker's diamond or the speaker's triangle and slowly and naturally move with the points of their speech. They should look very poised, and together they should feel confident as they give their speech. Their eyes should not be darting around the room. They shouldn't have any unnatural gestures that make you feel uncomfortable as you're watching them, that are distracting from what you're doing. The informed speech doesn't necessarily has to be persuasive. It just has to give information, and it has to give information that someone would actually be interested in learning or hearing in some way. It should have some sources and some facts, because if it's information, it shouldn't just be this person telling a story. It should be them giving some facts and some sources about what information they're giving you. Um, Inform is usually Inform 10 or Inform 7. We only had one event. So when you time, um, we are gonna, they can't be over 10 minutes, and that's only in the finals. So, but if they're only at 7, that's okay, or shortly under 7. Don't dock them for that, because they could be an Inform 7. We just combine them together. But at state, there's Inform 7 and there's Inform 10. But we just made that one event for our meet. So, if it's 3 minutes, yeah, then you should dock. If it's 6.5, don't, because it's probably an Inform 7. If it's 9, don't, because it's probably an Inform 10. Okay. So just so you're aware of that for the finals. Um, what else are you looking for? You're looking for good organization of the speech, introduction, maybe a hook, conclusion that pulls it all together, multiple different points, good flow between each points. It makes sense. Um, things are that they're telling you are of interest, and they're doing it very confidently. Um, Showing a little bit of acting skill. It doesn't, I don't think they should, it's not an acting piece, but they should be able to put on a persona when they need to in that speech. It should be very clear. The pace should be very good. Um, I think you'll get it. It'll make sense. So then when you're all done, you rank them. From first is the best in the room, and then the lowest ranking is however many number of people you had in the room. So if there were 6, it's a 6. Okay. If there were only 4, hopefully we will have more than that. You give them a 4, but you rank them. Nobody can have the same ranking. They all have to have a different rank. Then you do the quality points. You have to give quality points. However, there can be the same quality points for more than one person, but it should be reflective of how well they did. So if your first and second were both very good and you want to give them both 25 points, you can. If your third was not nearly the quality of that, give them the 23 or a 22. If your last place 6 was significantly lower quality, give them a 19. Okay, but nobody that has a lower ranking can have higher quality points than the person above them. So at 5th place gets 20, and then 6th place you gave a 21. You can't do that. 6th place has to have lower points, so it would have to have a 19. Does that make sense? And those are important when it comes to ties, which happens more often than you think. So the quality points are important. The rankings are the most important, but don't just on those quality points and not think about that. Do try to give them good quality points, okay, that really are reflective of what you felt like you saw in the performance. I normally don't give less than a 15, just because they got up there and they did it, and I don't want to demoralize people. That is not the idea. You're trying to help them be better, prepare them for state meets, things like that, not just give them a ranking and we don't care about the rest of it. Okay, so then once you do that, Make sure you've signed your judge's sheet. It's up there at the top. Make sure it says the correct round. Make sure it says the correct room. Put them in order and then take them to the judge's table and hand them to the judge registration person. Don't just leave them there and run, so that they can go through them and make sure everything's good before you take off and either leave or go to your next round. Okay? So that should be everything. Thanks a lot.